Hello, it's me, the Avatar Fanatic, and today we'll be talking about Avatar Kuruk and what happened to him. Make sure to like, subscribe, the button is down below, and comment what video suggestions you guys may have so maybe I can do those videos in the future. Also, feel free to point out stuff I might have missed, and yeah, let's get on with the video. Avatar Kuruk is of the Northern Water Tribe who succeeded Avatar Yangchen, an avatar from the Air Nation. Kuruk is born 345 before genocide and died at 312 before genocide, which meant that he lived an extraordinarily low 33 years as an avatar, while people like Kyoshi, in comparison, died at around 230 years of age. We will dive deep into Kuruk's life events, some of his experiences, and what caused his early passing. First, let's discuss his bending ability. He was quite possibly the most powerful bender of all time, winning in things like Agni Kais and 1v1 battles with people that he has challenged across his lifetime. He never lost, at least to anyone's knowledge, so it makes you wonder how he died so early. Well, here is his life and the events that led him along the path of his journey. So let's start with the early portion of his life, where he grew up in the Northern Water Tribe. He was revealed to be the Avatar at a young age through a form of earthbending to his people, and they had a celebration for it. Kuruk he now knew that he can earthbend, but many of the top teachers in the element believed that he wasn't earthbending properly, his form was off, and he had many disagreements with these masters trying to lecture him on how bending is done, until he met a close friend, Jianzhu, who taught him earthbending ultimately, and Kuruk would end up excelling in his own way. He was naturally gifted at his craft, even inventing techniques along the way. Jianzhu was from the Ganjin tribe. He later became a politician and ruled most of the Earth Kingdom. And funnily enough, he had problems with the next avatar, who was Kyoshi. Anyway, Kuruk later got to doing firebending lessons with a person named Heiron of the Senaka clan, which was a clan located on an island just south of the Fire Nation capital, by the way. And Heiron was a high-ranking military commander, and later served as a headmistress of the Royal Fire Academy for Girls, which is where Ty Lee, May, and Azula would later get their firebending skills. Heiron taught Kuruk the ropes of firebending and helped him get towards mastering all four elements, as he learned airbending from a man named Kelsang, who was his airbending teacher, and from the Southern Air Temple, and a well-respected member of the Air Nation and later Kyoshi's adoptive father. Anyways, when Kuruk learned airbending, he was rewarded a sky bison from learning the bending skill in a respectful manner. Kelsang, Heiron, and Jianzhu would all join Kuruk on his adventures, making them basically the team avatar of, Kuruk's life at least. Once he mastered all of his elements, his objective was to master the avatar state to realize his potential of being the avatar. They went to this island called Mo-Se-Si. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's spelled M-O space C-E-C. Okay? Because of Yang Chen's motion of performing her first act of waterbending here. And it seemed like he had great admiration for Yang Chen as he followed her footsteps in a lot of things. He did it 2 or 3 times more notably in other parts of his life. But in summation, Kuruk absolutely demolished the island, trying to, get into the Avatar state and nearly laid waste to him and his friends. One of Kuruk's later adventures came in the spirit world, where Kelsang had led him into the spirit world. This is the place where Kuruk ultimately has his dark times. He gets attacked immediately in the spirit world by the Heartwalker of Yao Ping, and he got a vision of an area that spirit would attack, and he decided that he would fight the spirit. Safe to say that he was found the next day in bad condition, specifically not being able to walk, and he was frothing out of his mouth. This encounter had caused him to become a shell of his former self, and he got into a bad mental state of depression. The dark spirits were eating up his body, and energy readers had determined that his life expectancy would be lower than the other avatars. He fell into being an alcoholic to anesthetize his depression, and had an obsession of avoiding all dark spirits, so he largely went alone and stayed away from his companions while trying to battle spirits. Mostly because, the Avatar world had no big issues, so he basically kind of isolated himself from his friends for that reason. And this type of ordeal drove him and his crew apart, and they split in 316 before genocide. Mental health problems due to the spirit Father Glowworm was his biggest downfall, and he felt like he had nothing, because later on, Hey Ron, which was a previous love interest of his, got married to another person. He got really depressed at that as well, and put himself in more of a slippery slope. So he decided to actually make a love poem to Hey Ron, which is kind of funny because she's married. So he showed it to his airbending teacher Kelsing and his friend, and Kelsing made them destroy it because he thought Kuruk was crazy for that. So yeah, Kuruk was much a ladies' man, as he had many short relationships with women, but this Hey Ron situation broke him. He actually later finds out that Father Glowworm, again that I mentioned before, is causing his depression, and he tries to fight him. Foolishly, he actually trades names with Father Glowworm, and he has a curse put on him and all others who actually discover him. The fight nearly made a hole in reality between realms, and he had the spirit be weakened by, fighting him, but he got weakened himself. And later on, one day at a festival, he found his true love, Umi. They had gotten engaged and prepared for marriage before Ko, the face stealer, took her from Kuruk, and he spent many times traveling to the spirit world, hoping to save Umi, but he failed. Speaking about Ko, the face stealer, once he went into the spirit world, he was tempted to actually kill Ko. But if you actually kill Ko, that means you're killing Umi as well, because her identity's kind of there. So he couldn't kill Ko, so he was in a tough spot there. So he died at age 33 as an avatar with a legacy of legendary bending skills, many relationships, depression, actually focusing more on the spirit world than the avatar world from what we know, and being a guy who would form one of the coolest avatar teams that we know of. This has been the TheAvatarFanatic. Make sure to hit the sub button for more videos like this, comment suggestions for other videos in the future, and until next time, TheAvatarFanatic out.